Anna, why? Why did you betray everyone?
やむを得ぬ試技だ。私にも抑えることはできなかった。
Are you making enemies out of us?
種族の橋渡しなど誰も望んではいないだろう。狩人が吸血鬼と添い遂げようとすれば里を追われる。それは我々吸血鬼にとっても同じことだ。
I can't accept it.
私だって認められない。だから逃がしたのだ。後日の災いになろうともな。
Anna, wait, Anna!
さらばだ。もう会うこともあるまい。
What are you going to do about vampires?
この世界を変えることができるのならそれが望みだ。
Anna! Anna!
ゆうとくん
Anna! A dream? No, that was...
大丈夫？また頭痛が来たの？
Azusa. Azusa looks at me worriedly. Her gaze fixes on me an innocent, pure expression. Thanks, I'm fine now. The Azusa I know so well almost seems like an entirely different person. Why? I have a good idea why. That's because...
何？
I really want to know where Anna belongs.
アンナさんの？
We should hurry. The hunters are probably looking for her too. How long was I out for?
5分くらい。
5 minutes. It feels like 50 years have passed. Let me get some water.
ゆうとくん？君にも難儀をかけるな。私に振り回されてばかりいる。
やれやれ。本当に難儀な能力だ。あなたは無茶をしすぎです。
あんなの使いか。残念だが、俺はここまでだ。
分かっていますよ。だが、あなたが来なくてもアンナ様は立ち上がったでしょう。
そうか。アンナはまだ。
ギダーノ。お前の思いも私が引き継ごう。目を閉じていろ。すぐに楽になる。厄介ですよ。厄介なものばかり背負ってしまった。あなたのためにね。
元貴様、準備が整いました。
欠員は
一人もなく。
みんな死ぬつもりで？
光栄であります。
だよね。それじゃあ行こうか。僕らの世界を作るために。
As I return to the living room, my 5 lycanthrope senses detect danger. Large numbers of hostile intentions have been surrounding the building.
Yuto-kun!
You've noticed too? That revealed themselves all of a sudden. We are surrounded. This feeling isn't from the hunters. They're vampires. I doubt we have time to pick it up from my room. Azusa, sorry. I sink my fangs into the white nape of her neck. Luckily, it doesn't stir up my desire. Along with her scent, I can feel my senses waking up. I don't know. We shouldn't get our hopes up. Here they come. At almost the same time, I push her down onto the living room floor. Coupled with the sound of gunshots, black figures break through the windows and jump in. I knew you'd come, Ogi Motoki. Standing before us, the expression on his face makes him seem almost like a different person. A dangerous monster. Is this his true self?
ムツラ君、やはり君を放置できなくなった。
I feel the same, because it feels like I have a debt to settle. Only his mouth is smiling as he claps. Around 10 or so vampires are standing behind him. I recognize familiar faces here and there from Anna's subordinates. They're probably fairly good, but there are too many for us to handle.
相手は2人だ。一気にかかるぞ。
女は殺すな。
You have business with her?
いや、君に本気になられると厄介。
I'm already serious. I have to finish this quickly. I kick off against the floor and charge at him head on. You dodged that?
はは、楽しいな。君とじゃれ合うのは久しぶりだ。
So you really are Giordano.
そうさ、途中からね。
I knew it. His hand shines for a moment, and a scalpel grazes my cheek before piercing through the wall behind me.
今日はお医者さんだから前よりも怖いよ。
Then come at me one-on-one. I avoid a hook by the skin of my teeth. As if dancing around nimbly, he increases our distance and proceeds to pull scalpels out of nowhere. That speed is impossible to... No, I can see him. My body strengthened with Azusa's blood, I deflect the two scalpels flying at me and aim for his chest. Take this! What? It's hard! Can he toughen his body too?
はは、ぬるいぞ。怯えているのか。
Ugh!
君の中にいる僕がいつ暴れるか怖いのだな。
Don't act like you've seen through me! No, I'm not scared. Motoki, despite his grin, he's on the same level as Giordano back then, perhaps stronger. But I'm not done yet.
もう一つ。
こいつただの風紀犯じゃない。狩人だ。
手強いぞ。舐めてかかるな。
Azusa!
大丈夫。吸血鬼さんは私に任せて。
He got distracted. It was only for a moment, but Motoki's attention turned to Azusa. Got you! Ugh. He grins broadly after evading it.
おっと、そうはいくか。僕はジダーノだよ。君とは年季が違う。
All you did was suck his blood. Lycanthropes can take over memories, and the memories of the man known as Giordano are now his. In other words, the hatred towards humans born by the roaming vampires have also become Motoki's. Do you hate humans this much?
ああ、憎いね。とてもいい気分だ。
Here he comes. But things in his memories should be different from actually moving his body. Duh! I take a strong hit to my stomach. He punches my strengthened flesh and gastric juices fly from my mouth. Ugh!
残念だが、君の能力では僕に勝てないよ。
I barely manage to stay standing.
君は僕のイミテーションに過ぎないのだからね。
He's the original? No, even if that's the case. I'm alright, Azusa. I haven't lost yet. I have nothing to back up my words, but if I had to say, my head has cleared up a little. Motoki turns the living room table upside down, breaking its legs and turning them into weapons. Is he going to impale my heart with those wooden stakes? Although it's all superstition, but I doubt I can survive that nonetheless.
さあ、終わりだ。君を人類に渡すわけにはいかない。
Why did you turn me into a lycanthrope? He suddenly closes his eyes partly, moving only his lips. Riot. Wark! No, I have to stay conscious. Motoki is right in front of me. I have to fight it. It'll be alright. Recalling Azusa's words, my consciousness, which appeared to drift off, snaps back. Those words without any weight to them. No, they do have weight.
残念だ。
It feels as if the insides of my head are on fire. But I need to find a way to defeat him.
ユウト君。
Azusa? Something cuts through the air simultaneously with her voice. A gun? Her gun is in my hand. Surrounded by vampires, she passes me her only weapon. Azusa! The vampires pin her down with their elbows. Holding down her white neck, they press down on her windpipe. Get off her! My body moves on its own. Leaping up on all fours like an animal, I drive away the vampires that were pinning her down and embrace her tiny body in my arms.
ゆうとくん
Idiot, don't throw away your weapon for me! Azusa isn't supposed to protect me. I'm supposed to protect her. Even without a weapon, I can do this.
助かったよ
Yes, you're right. Standing in front of the vampires and circling us is Motoki. And once again, only his lips move. Riot. Ugh! An impact tears through my brain like an electric current. But I can't fall here, because in my arms. Stay away! I sent the vampires who tried to secure us flying back. Anna, Motoki, the old vampire. Many voices run wildly inside my head.
大丈夫だよゆうとくん
An ant cutting in amongst the chaos, her voice like the only ray of light. Yeah, it'll be alright. These aren't just empty words. The basis behind them is Azusa.
悪あがきだ捕まえろ
Really now? My hand shifts in a split second, locking onto his head. Reflex is possessed by my vampire body, and the result of combining that with my training with Azusa. Red powder bursts over his face, sending him falling backwards. Suddenly, like magic, the electric current that was making my head numb disappears. A thick stench scatters around us. This is not a tranquilizer, but an anti-magic shell. Azusa, get behind me! Holding the unarmed Azusa in my arms, I stand before the vampires. The vampires step back when I point the muzzle at them. You have no reason to fight me. Return back to Anasan's side. Hesitation wells up amongst them with that one line. Behind me, Azusa peers over at Motoki worriedly. Twitch! His upper body moved. Do anti-magic shells work on lycanthrope cells? It's working! After struggling for a while, he eventually stops moving. The vampires around him stare at him in blank amazement. That was an anti-magic shell, wasn't it?
他に弾がなくて賭けだったんだけど
His skin dyed in red, the response when the vampire virus breaks down. Even if he survived the shock effects here, Motoki would have turned into a human. Azusa, get down! Damn it, there are more? Bullets fly into the room from outside. Looking outside the windows, I see people in black uniforms coming out from an armored vehicle. Are they hunters?
楓ちゃんがいる
What happened to standby orders? Azusa, check with Miu for me.
もしもしみゆちゃんわかった待機命令解除されてないって
Then we'll have to protect this place. I'll get my gun. Azusa, you take care of the vampires. I rush back to my room and pull out the gun from my uniform. If the chaos escalates and Ogi Motoki falls into the hands of those hunters who want to exterminate vampires, the situation would get even worse. This is where we, the Public Order Committee, stand firm. But the strange optimistic feeling I have right now is because Azusa is here. Returning to the living room, I hand her my spare rounds. Using the collapsed table as a barricade, she observes the situation outside the window. The usual dummy rounds, and these are the paralysis rounds. Any movement?
さっきから引き返してって頼んでるんだけど全然聞いてくれなくて
I figured as much. There's not much we can do about it. I turn back and give directions to the vampires. The hunters' bullets are fatal to vampires, so stay down.
ここは風紀班に任せてください
Firstly, to get the vampires behind us out of this. Next, to fend off the hunters who are violating their orders. There are over 10 people again. Can we do it?
誰に言ってるの
I suppose you're right. My bad.
麻酔弾はゆうとくんが使ってパウダーだから相手が武装してても顔を狙えば大丈夫だし
And you?
私は模擬弾の方が慣れてるから大丈夫。
You sure sound reliable.
それじゃせーのでいくよ。私が右、ゆうとくんは左。
At the same time as her signal, the hunters charge in after kicking down the door.
突入。内部の吸血鬼と雷管スロープを無力化します。
せーの。
We intercept them the moment they break through. The burst of gunshots are emitted from Azusa's gun. Whilst I explode the powder onto two hunters' faces, her dummy bullets hit 4 of them in the forehead. Ignoring Kaede, who had her gun shot out of her hand, Azusa proceeds to pick out her next target. Alright, just 5 more. I was fairly confident in my skills.
みんなやっつけたのにどうして元気ないの？
While my hands were full with 4 people, Azusa dealt with 8. Not only that, she used dummy rounds to aim at such small hands. Where did you learn all that?
狩人の里だよ。
I think you have talent.
そんなこと言ってる場合じゃないでしょ。
The hunters that should have received the same training retreat whilst taking care of their comrades.
さあ、あとは吸血鬼さんたちに帰ってもらって。あ、もういない。
So they ran away. Where's Motoki? She shakes her head in disappointment.
ああ、前に集中しすぎてたよ。
It's not your fault. Taking care of that many vampires with just the 2 of us is impossible. If we try to arrest them, we'd end up killing each other for real. If anything, I'm glad that they left without a fuss. We have plenty of evidence on their attack here. I think we can call this counterattack a success. As I let out a sigh of relief, Azusa's phone rings again.
あ、みゆちゃんから。もしもし？うん、こっちは大丈夫。うん、それがね、扇先生と狩人がいっぺんに来て。
We hear gunshots outside just as Azusa starts speaking. I suppose our chief has arrived to arrest the hunters that acted against orders. What's going on with them?
今終わったって。あんまり抵抗されなかったみたい。
Case closed then.
ゆうとくんは平気？扇先生に殴られたとこ。
Don't forget that I'm a lycanthrope. Though I don't know how to describe this feeling, it feels as if I hit myself. Having driven away hunters from her own village, she gives a quiet nod. Either way, I think our first team operation together is a success.
今なんで？
I'm not saying that again. Anyway, this is going to be a pain to clean up.
むしろこれからが本当の共同作業じゃない？
That sure is deep, Mera-san.
わあ、乗ってあげたのになんで引いちゃうの？